cold. We're gonna go with a very quick roll call here. Make sure you got your
Wait,
character sheets open.
what,
Get
what
your
was that? Wrathful?
snacks.
Cold?
Got
Yeah, the cold raffles.
just
Okay.
shaking my head. Shiko,
Not here.
Roan,
Yep.
Jacob,
Huh?
Petra,
Hello.
Kate,
Here.
and Modis. Modis?
Like bones are here.
Modis.
Morris.
Quick pick up where we last left off. You, as a party, have investigated the corridor or the section in which your undead selves rose from your slumber. Handled quite well an opposing force of similarly undead and cognizant individuals before pressing forward into yet another section, presumably the one in which that party had begun their own foray throughout the halls. Where we specifically last left off was the exploration of those 6 upper chambers there just north of the party's current location, in which a few ruined mares had been found. To the best of your knowledge, the party members of 2 individuals, a best you can tell, man and woman, who were chained down and sort of stuck in place. The gentleman doing his best to be as protective as possible of the very, very heavily chained individual who you guys decided to free. With a striking notice of difference that their boned selves are ablaze with a white fire within their empty eye sockets. The 2 of them here now gathering with you in sort of the main chamber next to the 2 large door paths and a locked door there to the south. Otherwise, you do have the southern corridor just back in the other chamber with the 4 statues. That was not tread in as of yet. Also important things, you found out how to heal yourselves. It's kind of important.
Mhm.
It's the little things of life. On
Mhm.
life,
All it takes is a little bit of necromancy.
So they have white eyes?
correct.
We have green eyes.
Incorrect. You have blue.
Blue.
You,
And the other party,
party
had
had green.
green?
Yes.
So the like, things on the door, do any of them look white?
You have that opalescent sort of prismatic white there. Yes.
Because wasn't the emerald one not lit until we killed them?
You didn't actually get to see that door until after the fact, so you're not sure. But there is that same bluish stone there is currently not lit.
So what you're saying is we should kill them to find out if the light turns on.
I'm not sure I
excuse
said
you.
that.
Not where they could hear us.
I mean, they're in the room with you.
I did not say that.
Okay.
But
Excuse me, I grabbed 2
I'm
generic
kind of
skeletons.
saying that.
I mean, we can start with the south door. There might be other options down south.
I mean, whoever hacked open this door can certainly hack open the other one. Maybe.
Generic skeleton token squad.
You're saying they can't hack it?
I'm saying they probably can. By the way, Mutt, I noticed at the top just now, use large tokens. I used my small one. I didn't notice that text because I was zoomed in. I couldn't see it.
What you'll
I
do
think I
next
always
time.
I also did originally.
I mean, if it's the same all the time, we're good, I believe.
Don't worry, you guys weren't
Are
the
we
only
in
ones.
initiative now?
You're not. In fact, I'll just go ahead and clear that
Nope.
out.
It's probably easier for me to use a small token, otherwise I gotta zoom in. Or just scroll. Scroll is easy. Okay.
Shaking my head. Make things pretty, and people don't want to work with it. I see how it is. I see how it is. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
should probably have this on the big screen.
So you
Anyhow,
said the door to the south is locked. I can't remember if we tried to pick it.
that was one, if you recall, that appeared to possess an arcane lock upon it.
Oh.
That's right. That's why we couldn't get through.
Yeah, but we could just break them down, apparently.
Yep.
Did the door just north of us have an arcane lock?
If you recall, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
before we destroyed it.
Okay.
Since none of us know how to knock.
What's your plan?
Well, given that, unless who was it, Kite or Chico, one of them two, hacked down the first door. If they want to hack down this door too, or I can hack it down, I don't care. Take a rest, whatever.
I'm always down for hacking down doors.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just stare at Jacob.
He's
And-
still be slurring names.
No, I just stare at him because he's said I could hack down a door when I'm like the smallest person here.
Which door are we hacking down?
Be fine.
This one.
I'm on it.
All right.
That's Kite, correct?
That is Petra.
Oh, Petra. That's right. Sorry. Oh, that's Leah. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Kite is also for heavies.
Go over there, instinctually starting to do like the roll of your shoulders, and like, wait, I don't have to warm up. What's going on? Silly me. And there is a sharp sound of your axe smashing into the metal hinge just on the edge of it where it meets the wood. And biting in quite successfully, the door now hangs off its top hinge, swinging inward.
Push it open.
The rest of the weight gives way on just its lower hinge and snaps it free. Those who are paying mind to your guests, um, the man is doing his best to sort of preen over her, making sure she's well, checking that the chains didn't leave marks on her, it's so on and so forth, being very, very doting upon her.
She doesn't have any flesh to hurt anymore. She'll be fine. We'll all adapt. Find our way out.
That's right. As you step forward, you can see what appears to be the beginning of another large, long corridor segment.
It's another hall.
Ending in a dead end over yonder. I'm just going to draw it loosely here, is what appears to be rubble where a wall once stood, and relatively fresh. Not a whole lot of dust has gathered or rested in that area.
I'm sorry, what's the black part?
That is a ruined wall.
Oh,
You can see there, under the debris, what looks to be a door that apparently someone just didn't care for.
I get the feeling. Is there anything on the other side, or
Um, it's standing at the debris. You can't really see over it and into its little area, but you're welcome to clamber over and take a look.
I'm gonna clamber over and take a look.
Okay. There is the sound of scattering and falling rocks and debris as Petra, gingerly, I'm assuming, for not wanting to snap an ankle or two,
Sure.
eventually finds yourself over on the other side. It's about a 2 foot high mound, but it's very loose rubble. And you come to find what looks to be a snapped set of manacles that were pinned into the wall.
Okay. So I know who broke the wall. I assume I know who broke the wall.
At a glance, it would be a humanoid's size.
Is there anything else in the room?
Nothing else at a glance.
I'm investigate.
Okay. Gingerly moving through the room, after a narrow escape of traps before, it is as you get closer to the walls themselves, your grayscale gives way just enough that you can see what looks to be scratch marks. A tally of sorts.
Hmm.
Like someone was keeping time.
But how many are there?
As you step back and broaden your view, it, best you can tell, covers the wall in multiple layers within reach of the manacles.
So what'll I? Got it. Gotta climb back over.
And you double check your languages here. You do spy, as you're making your way there on the south wall, some unfamiliar scribbling.
So yeah, guys, there's tally marks and words that I can't read. I don't know if anyone wants to go check and see.
Could you tell what language the words were in?
No clue.
I'll go check.
Same thing. Scamper, scamper, scamper. There's a moment of panic as one of your tiny feet hits a unsupported stone, and you get yourself a few bounces down to the bottom. And it's same thing. A language you are not entirely familiar with. It's sharp, almost runic, much like Dorvish.
I attempt to write it down as best I can.
Using what?
Good question.
I'll go have a look as well.
Okay.
86 that I don't attempt to write it down as best I can because all I have are alchemist supplies with which to write with, and that's not a good idea to write things.
Kite, you see the same sharp runic scroll marks there on the southern wall. It is not the flowing, fluid language of the elves, nor other fair folk that you're familiar with, and it's definitely far too formal to be goblin.
You're running out of languages to try.
Fine, fine. I'll come take a look. We'll see if it makes any sense to me.
Okay. Give me an
You would,
intelligence save, Morris.
Yay.
by the way, I don't know if you noticed, Mars, but you legit only have common written down on the thing there. But you have ellipses, so did you have other
I
languages?
did. Yes.
Okay.
We just
Well,
don't know
I
what
mean,
they
I don't
are.
know.
You just don't know what they are. Gotcha.
Does Mars not know what his other languages are?
That's a good question. I don't know. We'll find out.
Typing as quickly as I can.
It's exploding runes.
I
Yeah,
just
that
grab my
wouldn't be
temples and
intelligence
start
save, I don't
screaming.
think. No, that would probably be a dexterity save, wouldn't it? Whoever finds this, you. Boom. Screw you and screw everybody in this world who would allow me to be here.
And Roan speaks flying cat.
No, I speak devil and dragon.
That was me saying that
uh,
dragons are just flying cats.
Vigilant. If you could read this, you're already dead.
Yeah, I think whoever was in here was very pissed off when they got loose.
What does it say?
At this point, Jacob's like crawled halfway up the mound, is poking his skull out to see what everybody's doing.
Trying to support yourself on the mound. It's a little cramped for the entryway. But because you can see in the dark,
Yeah, it seems like maybe somebody named Pogrith, Polymer. He was not happy. It was not happy about being here, as evidenced by the destruction to the wall. Not really much else.
Fair enough.
So, somebody that we might try to avoid or redirect towards whoever put them here. Make it clear that we didn't put them here. Which I guess, kind of looking at us, maybe that's already obvious.
I don't know, the others kind of had trouble figuring that out.
Well, I'm hoping this one we can convince, because somebody that's getting free of their chains and busting down a wall does not sound pleasant to have to face.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they didn't come out through the door, so I'm gonna guess they went that way, says pointing east.
Or they knew how to knock with magic.
That could
A
be.
muscle wizard.
cat's fist.
If you're a monk, it's magical.
Oh, not yet, but getting there.
These two will come up behind Roan, curious as to what the delay is.
And climb down off the mound and
In regards to the eastern side of the corridor, there appears to be two fairly simple stone doors, latchless, possibly some mechanism to make them slide just at a glance.
I searched the walls and the ceiling and the floor for sconces and buttons.
Alright, perception check.
I would like to say I'm checking for traps, but I'm not sure that that's going to work well.
You're likewise welcome to sniff around. Alright, Mars, freeze right there.
Found the trap. See it?
uh,
You should know Mutt by now. You don't check for traps by walking into them.
I mean, he rolled first.
That's how Mars finds them. Apparently, he is just doomed with traps.
Shiko, you're mid calling out to Mars as you see that there is a flagstone there at his feet. Just a moment too late as he presses. Mars, I need a dexterity save.
14 is the number tonight.
Fortunately, that is enough. As you stumble backwards at the call of the littlest skeleton, a sizable dart, about 4 inches long and almost an inch thick, just goes shooting across and smashing into the wall on the other side.
I think
Go
that
ahead,
was
my
the
legs
room
are clear.
door.
I don't know. They might both have that.
With your 18 also on top of that, you do see that there appears to be a small mechanism there on the wall between the two doors.
I disarmed it. It's safe now.
I think he was talking to me.
No, I'm just calling out that I managed to successfully disarm the trap. This is all part of my plan.
Good job, Mars. There's a
Thanks.
button right there in the middle.
A series
That
of
should open
buttons.
the doors.
I was getting there.
Oh, keypad.
Something like that. Looking closely, as Morris, you are the one close enough to see it, there appears to be 3 circles, sort of bullseye style, smaller inward. Each of which has what appears to be similar sharp markings. That Roan, are you just hanging out in that hall there, back with the buddies, or did you come up with your party? She exploded.
Oh, that's you.
Did somebody
Oh, she's
drop?
not even here. Oh, there she is. There she is. She's back. She's muted, but
Yeah,
she's back.
sometimes my phone dies and I can't hear anything. I just have to log in and out.
Okay.
All right. Are you remaining there, or are you pressing forward with your party?
I go with the group.
Okay.
One of us.
With it pointed out, you're able to see that it does appear to be some sort of locking mechanism. There are numbers, more or less your dial pad, turn style, 1 through 9, 1 through 6, and then 3 in the middle. 1, 2, 3.
I think it's his locker combination.
What's a locker?
The space beyond this. But we need to know 3 significant numbers. And I don't remember seeing any numbers.
541.
Where'd you find that?
I don't know, just guessing.
Guessing tends to get me shot. Or stabbed. Or cut. Or maimed. or mauled or
Exploded. Holds up a finger.
I mean, the good news is stabbing has less places to stab.
Oh no, I
Yeah, but
killed some of those other skeletons by shooting an arrow into their rib cages. Kind of rattled around a bit, did some damage.
I think the building likes to shoot Mars. So,
what number is
did
it
we
set
see any
to
numbers?
now?
It is currently, best you can tell, zeroed out. All ones going down from the top.
That's easy password.
1112.
Doesn't have that many dials. It's only 3 numbers. 12 or 11 is not an
112.
option. I will spin it and kind of feel if there's like if it feels like it kind of settles in on a number or not.
Okay, sleight of hand, and which dial are you turning?
Outside.
Okay. It is rough going. The mechanism itself clearly has not been utilized or maintained properly in Lord knows how many eons at this point. But as the sound of stone on stone slowly becomes smoother as you work the outer dial, you sure enough feel a satisfying click as you get to 7.
Well, I think either the first or last is 7. Probably first.
Now, for the record, when you spun that dial, only that one spun.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, are these doors are they locked or what's the deal with them? I assume they're locked and this mechanism unlocks them, correct?
There's no handles
Yes.
or anything.
Oh,
So in a
so-
sense, this should open them. I mean, I guess arguably we didn't push on them or anything. They might be free swinging.
Pretty sure after he
But
enters
there's
the
the
right combination and steps on the floor plate, it'll open instead of trying to kill us.
oh yeah, makes sense.
I mean, there's a dial here. We got to spin it. Those are the rules.
Can't disagree with that.
So
I know which ones of
something that
y'all to
relates
watch
to
out with my
set.
coin purse now.
Uh, how far does each dial go?
What do you mean?
Like, is it one
In terms of
through?
clear around?
Yeah, is it 1 through 9 or 1 through 6 or what? What? Like I see there's
Oh
dots.
yeah. So the outside, in theory, first number is 9 or below, then 6, then 3. It seems like the outer number is 7. I
What do you
just
mean
don't
by
want to push me
outer
up too
number?
much.
The first number?
There's 3 rings. You could say it goes out to in or in out.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Depends on how you read
It's
it.
like out of character. It's like a Skyrim door, except for instead of pictures, it's dots.
It's markings, numericals, in a language you don't read.
Okay, but it's like you spin the whole thing, and then there's an inner circle inside that one.
I'm
Got
very pleased to hear you were
Yes.
listening to the descriptor.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, how many different combinations are there? I could just uh, try, depending on how many combinations there are, just try every one. I could like poke the or shoot an arrow at the pressure plate, and dart comes through. It's the wrong combination. I mean, 9, 6, and 3. That can't be too many combinations, can it?
Well, we've already got that 7 is the
And
outer
7's the
number.
first number, yeah, or the outside ring. So 6 and
So
3.
let Mars finish.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah,
make
I'm
any sense
saying
to
if
write
you
another
can't.
number?
Yeah, if you can't get the other numbers, of course. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead here. My apologies.
I can take a guess.
Well, you did. What? How'd you get the first number? Try that again. Do it again.
As you're trying to focus on the next ring, Jacob's insistence behind you is mildly distracting. And I need everyone in the room, including your guests, to roll a dexterity save.
Oh wow. Okay.
As from the southern wall, a thunderous sound of darts fill the air.
Oh no.
This reminds
think
me
we
of one
died.
time I had a high level rogue who just continually set off the trap because I couldn't bypass the trap,
Oh,
so I just gave up and just kept setting it off, trying to get the thing loose.
Oh no.
Oh,
oh well, I'm not the only one.
that's two.
That explains why,
I dodged out of
Petra. That's alright, Ron. Alright. 15 and below is a failure.
So we all died.
Oh, Mars is
We
fine.
just get poked.
Yeah, two of us are okay.
Petra's fine.
As these
Oh,
large
not automatic
bolts
death.
smash into you, those who have failed take a mighty 5 bludgeoning damage.
Aren't we weak to bludgeoning? So is that double?
Mechanically, no, we're not being that mean. Mainly because that's a lot of bookkeeping.
That's not too bad. I just like look down like, ow! I cracked a rib.
And Morris,
You
as
cracked
you
a rib.
dust your rags off, you look and the dials zero out again.
Oh no, they didn't reset, did they?
Appears so, but I mean, if I know the first number, that shouldn't be a
Here,
problem.
click, 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 click.
Okay, I quickly make my way out.
From inside the southern wall.
Okay, darts reloading, I guess. I want to try to yeah, poke my head around the corner. Like, okay, try again.
Yeah, I'm leaving the room too before I die.
Oh, that hurt that bad. Come on.
The two white flames.
I'm the
look at
squishy
you,
one.
and it's like, I see we're dealing with marked professionals.
Yes.
I don't know. Like I said, to give you
Do you
that
have a professional
opinion.
to do this? Because that would be great.
Yeah, you want to go try?
I like that answer.
There's a sort of like cocky strut to the man. It's, oh no, lead the way. That's what you said you were going to do, after all.
The way goes through these doors, I think.
And he will sort of push her away, pretty much away from you all.
It's a good idea.
As you kind of all gathered up around him and his charge.
Fine, go in there.
Could you use any help on the door?
Well, yeah, we don't know the lock, the combo.
Actually, I
Yeah,
want
it's
to move
trapped.
further back.
I can maybe help with the combo? With finding it?
Okay.
Like, which
Scrambles
combo,
over
smash
the
it with a
rubble.
hammer?
No,
I
I still
said
see that way.
I said help.
I think the first number is a 7.
Unless it reset.
Well, I mean, it
Okay.
spun back to start, but it shouldn't change the value.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
Maybe
you
you have
have
to
to know
start
what
with the
iteration.
middle.
Well, it was okay when we started with the outside. It stayed.
Which one did you
I
start
didn't
with?
set it off until I moved
with the
the
outside.
middle.
Okay. You get a satisfying click on 4.
Now I think it changes every time.
Okay. I will try the middle one.
It is not until you get it all the way to 6 that nervous twitch of the wrist, click.
A good click or
I mean, you're not getting shot.
okay.
I whisper to I think it's Kite. That's where's the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I whisper to Kite. So far, so good. I don't hear any death screams.
All right, last one.
The inner ring should be easier because it's less numbers.
It refuses to move.
I push on the door
On the door.
or slide, push, try and open it. I push on the lock.
Okay. Pressing in on the mechanism, there is a single, very loud, as in almost echoing, around the corner to where Shiko, Kite, Jacob, Roan have taken up their hiding. The mechanism depresses about an inch into the wall, and both doors slide open.
I got it, guys. I think.
As you look kind of around either corners, you realize you can't see past their openings. As suddenly you are embraced from the behind.
Well,
And the
Good way to
doors
get
begin
stabbed.
to slide close with the mechanism released.
Uh oh. I run in
can
the left one,
You run in the left one. Well,
making sure not to step on the pressure plate below.
so the north one? North one.
Yes.
I run and dash for the south one.
can I push the thing back in?
A moment answering that question.
I need a hat for my Indiana Jones moment.
Shiko, as you step through the portal between this corridor and the next, there is a chilled sensation. And briefly, there's a brilliance of light before you. You look around, you are not surrounded by stone. In fact, you're out in the open air. A familiar beast of burden neath you.
Did I just undie?
Don't know what the hell that sound was, but
It was the
Wasn't me.
sound of undeath.
You went to heaven.
properly ominous.
Practically.
You can hear muted voices as you try to look around. That the light itself is so bright it has that good old motion blur that every video game developer refuses to turn off.
Yay, Bloom.
The bloom or motion blur? There's a difference.
Both.
Both, okay.
Motion bloom.
As you try to shake your head, you vaguely through your focus, you're sure you hear what sounds like members of your party discussing. Blink a few times, and your foot finally falls and hits hard stone. Look around, and you are in a 5x5 dead end.
Is my door still
As
open?
Petra is doing their best to press back down upon the mechanism, The door is sliding closed. You can see into the other room. What would you like to attempt to do?
How closed is the door?
It is only a fifth of the way.
Fifth of the way open.
No, fifth of the way closed.
Roll under.
I attempt to get back into the other room.
Okay. Dexterity save.
Okay.
Uh-oh, pull your feet in.
I think I died.
Death by hug. You manage, fortunately, to only take 2 bludgeoning damage as your shoulder is clipped by the door as it slams its final way shut. The mechanism fully reset beneath your hands, Petra.
And I'm down.
I'm confused. Are we going or are we staying?
Was that a joke? I'm down,
Chico?
or a serious I'm down?
She's not responding, so she's down.
Chico.
Serious.
Oh
Sorry,
no!
I'm typing the number in. As I fall down, I say, "Wrong way."
I'll allow it.
And Jacob comes strutting into the room. What happened? Oh, okay. She's dead again.
We're all dead.
Just resting.
You can feel what's like daggers as though someone's staring intensely at your back, Jacob.
I'm getting better, better, better.
Such compassion you have for your comrades.
This is where we discover that Shiko is the one party member that's always.
The one party member that's what?
Always going down.
Yeah, especially since I have close range spells.
Do we have anyone who can heal them? Unheal them? You know what I mean.
Yeah, like open my mouth. Then like, where's my hand? Nope.
No, I'm out of spells.
I mean, on the bright side, she's easier to carry now, even easier than before.
Is Shiko bleeding out? Using air quotes.
Death save is required at this point.
I mean, I can trip the stabilizer again, but I can't really heal.
Are you at 0, Shiko?
Yes.
Then no, she's stable.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
ignore that. I'm taking a nap next to the
There's
button.
that steady, like, breathing pulse of the fire in Shiko's eyes.
I guess I'll try and open the door again. And we check the other one. If someone wants to get Shiko out of the room so darts don't come and
Yeah, I'll drag
murder.
So what's on the other side? Why are we not going in?
I don't know.
We don't know. All we know is that's the wrong way.
That's all she said.
I'll be right back.
I'm betting Mud's loving that I only said it's the wrong way.
So when I
Yeah, I believe
try the big one again and I turn it, does it make a click on one?
It does.
Okay.
Do you think you've deduced it?
I've deduced the top one. Did we ever figure out what the second one was first?
You got it last time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be careful and try and get the second number. Oh,
I'm glad somebody pulled me out of the room.
Fortunately, for those who are currently cringing as Petra makes a oopsie sound, the trap is still reloading.
oh, good.
Do.
And what does the top dial go to?
It zeroes out back at, well, one's out.
Right. I mean, like it's 1 to what?
1 to 9.
What's the 9? So if I turn it, does it click on 8 or 7?
It does.
Okay. Let's try the second one again.
Find yourself stopping on 4.
And what is the
1, 2, or 3.
does the middle one move?
The middle one is the one that stopped
Or
on
sorry,
4.
the
It does.
the very last one.
You give it that gentle little like test wiggle. It looks like it's got some wiggle in it. It's ready to move.
Okay.
Click on 2. The doors slide open.
And I'm gonna hold the button in and be like, someone go in the bottom room. If I let go of this, it's gonna close on me.
That goes out of the room.
I'll go. I'll try it.
Apparently, Shiko, you got tossed to the ground.
Left
Kite,
with my other friends.
stepping through the darkened portal into the next corridor, you see before you large chamber and what looks to be the glint of some light source unknown. Roughly there.
I found the right way.
Well, yeah, but what's on the right way? You're on the
They
right
don't
side.
hear you.
Oh, ominous.
Hmm.
You
And
turn and you can clearly see them, and as you talk, they make no response.
Can I poke my head back into the room?
Certainly.
Hello?
Kite! What do
Hello.
you see?
You literally just get the upper torso and head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she's decapitated.
Um, yeah, there's a room on the other side of this portal.
Portal.
Yeah, this is the right way,
Oh,
I guess.
good.
Is there a way back?
Is there another lock on the other side?
Let me take a look.
You listen, Petra, for the clink, clink, clink of armor and a deafening silence as soon as she's back through the darkness.
It's very ominous.
As you step there, Kite, you turn, and there's another series of darkness. Back the way you came.
I'm gonna check this room for something that would maybe let us get back out.
As you turn on your heel to observe the room, you can see the light source is moving slowly up and down the room. This sort of wisp-like object, almost in a pendulum motion.
I'll I'm going to stay away from that, but I'd like to look to see if there's some other way out of this room, maybe.
The room itself only goes deeper.
No.
Beyond, to the end there, you can see what looks to be discarded weapons, armor, stacks of books. As the
Mhm.
pendulum light swings just before your face.
Is it swinging uh, lengthwise or
North-south.
like, okay? Well, I don't want to cross it. I'll check the walls back here to see if there's maybe something similar to what we used to get in, just so we don't get trapped.
You see no such mechanism.
Okay. Then I'll go back and peek my
You
head through
cannot
again.
go back.
Oh,
As you press against that darkness, it is a solid wall.
oh shit. Okay.
Any luck over there?
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
Well, she's dead. Let's continue on.
No.
I tease.
Move up and call through.
Marcus, with your training as a great use of your voice, the sound is halted just before your face as it hits the darkness.
I will look at it. Well, I guess reach my hand through and try to talk.
I mean, your hand goes through.
Okay. I'll stick my head through.
As you poke your head through, you can see kites kind of pacing there in the room, every now and then looking at the door, looking back at this strange light source over their shoulder. But
What's
seems not
going
to
on?
respond to
Oh.
your reaching out.
Oh. Oh my god, I was so scared. I don't.
So can she
I can't.
see me when I come put my head through?
This is as far as Kite can get,
Sorry.
and cannot see anything beyond. There appears to be no recollection or recognition of your presence, Morris.
Okay.
Mm,
Well, something's going. I'll come back into our room. So, at least part of this is one way. I don't know if we can build a skeleton bridge of sorts where we're all in contact with each other and pull back through. Otherwise, Kite's just stuck over there.
Maybe this is the way we go.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
But there's the other doors we haven't gone through yet.
Well, one of our team members is on the other side, locked.
I mean, I'm just saying, that's not the Kite I remember. What I remember was alive. Am I 100% sure that is Kite? I don't know.
I mean, it's wearing Kite's armor, isn't it? It's got Kite's sword.
Petra, that was me
Like-
that moved you because you're holding
Oh,
the
stay.
mechanism.
Like any good imposter would do. I'm just saying.
So here's the question: really, do we want to? Like, I don't see us just cutting our losses and leaving Kite there. So our only other option is, like, we all go in, and whatever we do, what happens, we take it as a team. That's
I
what.
mean, I'm not gonna try and rush us to a choice, but I have been holding this button for a while, and I'm really glad I don't get muscle cramps anymore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the south wall, by the way, stops clicking.
Film scores.
Is it about to shoot us?
You don't think so?
Oh, jeez.
finish resetting.
Kite.
Can't hear you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh no. This is aimed at the player. I'm not going to say any out of character. Like back when we were a group, what kind of character was Kite when they were alive
You
and we
can
were a party
barely
member?
remember who you are.
Oh, I can barely remember. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. That's right. We're having trouble remembering things.
I mean, we can try making a chain of bodies over to her to see if that allows passage back. Otherwise,
problem is
and decide if we want to come back.
if Kite can't get to us, then at some point that chain of bodies, someone's not gonna be able to get back anyways. Right? Whatever's
Unless
stopping
we
Kite
can
from getting
reach,
through is
if we can reach Kite and form a link from one side to the other, right? So if you pass completely through, you might not be able to come back. But if the barrier is broken, you may then be able to come back.
Maybe.
Does that make sense? It's like putting your foot in the door.
Or you lose
Otherwise, it's straight through.
I mean, we can try.
I have an
Hey.
idea. Here, excuse me, Morse. And I walk through.
You step
So,
through into
no chain.
the dark void. There's that brief moment where you can now actually see Kite on the other side. Looking over your shoulder, you can see the others. And as you stumble your way past the next set of corners, you turn and you can now no longer see behind you.
But I see Kite, right?
You are now in the room with Kite.
Okay, you want to stand next to Kite and say, "Hey, I found you. I'm glad you're not dead." I'm sure
I
the
can
others
hear
will
going
follow.
to my brother.
I'm sure the others will follow any moment now. And then comes Roan.
Plot.
Is someone gonna get Chico?
Oh, I
I
forgot
don't
about
know.
Chico.
Yeah.
I forgot about Chico.
I'm
Sorry.
watching my brother.
Luckily, she's small.
The gentleman skeleton stares at you. So, who's gonna hold the door?
Just gotta be fast enough to get through. I mean, people aren't coming back anyways.
Everyone can go through, and then I'll try and slip in after.
If it's all the same to you, I think that's your problem.
Okay. If you'd rather sit in this end where, we had to fight a whole, raving band of other skeletons who hurt pretty bad, then yeah, that's fine.
Looks over at the unconscious Chico. We'll take our chances.
Oh, Chico is a great fighter, and let's just get Chico through the door, please.
I'm the glass cannon.
Emphasis on glass.
I really hope we can come back from this. I don't want to be stuck on the other side in some little tiny area.
Did you pick up Chico?
Yeah, I went
Okay.
back and then carry her in. Assuming she's not heavy.
Weighs next
Okay.
to nothing.
I'm gonna count to 10 and then let go of the button and try and run through.
So Chico, go ahead and move your token over there, please. Alright, athletics, Petra.
Oh,
You make it through. Mostly.
oh,
The leg bone's connected to the. Nope, not anymore.
That's pretty good.
The tailbone's connected to the butt bone.
There is a scattering of Petra as
Oh,
she's
no!
flying into the room for a whopping 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, for a second there, I thought you were saying the spattering a bone. I'm like, no.
I'm okay.
She literally scatters, her bones
Oh, does she?
eventually reforming.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
in
mean, I
Wrathful.
thought we were getting ready to play Jenga for a second there.
Yeah, I attempt to place the bones in the proper order as a heal.
As I reform, just jump to my feet, act like it was on purpose.
Ta-da!
Kite, the, one of her finger bones was just shy of hitting the pendulum.
Hmm.
It's super
Don't
close.
touch the pendulum. I don't know what it does.
What they're saying is we
Yeah,
might should touch the pendulum.
No.
Could do good things. If I
I think we should
how
press our luck.
can I back up to here much, or can I not go that far back?
The only way you can't go through is back through the hall.
Oh, back to the hall. Gotcha. And is it just regular darkness here, or is it like darkness that I can't see a certain distance ahead?
You can see in the room just fine.
Okay, good. Just checking.
You just can't see back the way you can.
Yeah, confused. I got it. Gotcha.
So all of you can now see as you, well, except for Shiko, gather yourselves. The horde beyond the pendulum.
Hoard of treasure.
Weapons, armor, books,
Oh, that's right.
chests,
Are there clothes I can put on?
presumably.
I'm gonna look for clothes to put on.
They're beyond the pendulum.
Are we already
It's
wearing
swinging
clothes and armor?
Oh. No, my clothes disintegrated.
Oh, okay.
Is it swinging like clear, like wall to wall?
It appears to briefly go through the north and south wall, at least by half of its portion, always emitting some light within the room.
Can I chuck my tinderbox through it? Or beyond
And
it?
beyond it or through it?
I would like
Through
to
it or at it?
Um, should we try to go past it? Or see if something bad happens to things that try to go past it?
I'm sure it hurts either way. I mean, it is a pendulum.
But it's like a pendulum of light, right? It's not solid.
It's like a wisp
This
going back in a pendulum motion.
grayish, wispy flame.
Yeah. I would guess trying to avoid actually going through it. It's better. But I mean, be my
It's
guest.
probably holy light, and we're skeletons, so necromancy healed one of us. Holy light probably hurts us, or fire. Fire just probably hurts us. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. What were you saying, Mars?
That you don't want to go through it. I don't think. I mean, but give it a try.
Well, I assume it's probably delineating a part of the room we're not supposed to pass, or else something will happen. Especially because it's between us and that horde of stuff.
Well, I'm gonna look around on this side then.
As you glance to the corner where Jacob is, little to no fanfares, plain stone, you can see, sure enough, scattered bone. Definitely broken and battered forms of some other haphazard visitor.
Should we maybe try resting for a little bit?
Probably.
I mean, we can go for a short little breather if you want. I don't think we need to actually sleep, unless y'all do.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know,
much fine.
Seems like a pretty safe place, I guess, unless someone else figures out the trap and comes
I-
through.
I threw a bone at the pendulum.
It's picking one up off the ground.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not one
mine.
of hers. I was gonna say.
Intent is to physically hit the light, correct?
Yes.
It goes dark, which fortunately you all can see. Reforming in the center, and this is a, how one says, a tribute to one of our old enemies, that I will reuse this token.
Oh,
I can't zoom in anymore.
Yeah, for those of us that can't see what it is, what is
Working
it?
on it. Of course, it would show up super
Oh,
tiny.
the wraith.
Jim, wondered if you were going to end up in here.
Jim Dark Magic.
Fools, the lot of you.
I've been called worse.
Roll for initiative.
So the pendulum
Oh.
is gone.
And the flame reformed into that figure.
And we're using the big tokens, correct?
For
Let's
initiative,
move it
yes.
across.
I really should have waited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just over there. Bleh.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm not participating in this initiative
You're
round.
welcome. You absolutely should roll initiative so that I know when you need to make your death saves.
She's stable.
I didn't stutter.
Oh.
Yeah, well, she gets hit by something.
Oh, right. Oh, man, look at all the 14s.
14's the number. Hopefully he's not a 14. Below 14, I guess, specifically.
Just going to go ahead and...
He rolled a 15 on his die.
Oh, there we go. I just entered my initiative.
That's alright. Fortunately, a lot of you have a lack of temperature sensories. As you can see, what looks to be frost slowly scaling the walls. Were you breathing? You were sure that you would see it before your face. As he raises his hand and points at what he believes might be the largest threat. Kite. A dexterity save, please.
Mm.
You take
This is where we learned we should have taken a short rest.
3 cold damage and are slowed. Your movement is set to half. As he will glide backwards.
Yeah.
Bringing us
He's
to
got some
the 14s.
I'm going to step out to the side in front of Shiko and launch an Eldritch Bolt blast at him.
Four hits for 8 damage. There is a stagger of his shoulder as the bolt connects.
Don't have to do it this way.
Fools.
Yes. That I cannot deny.
Any of the 14 want to dive in?
I'm a feline agility. And be like, but
Go back 5 squares. Dexterity save. You all watch as Petra's legs freeze to the ground. She is stunned in place.
oh,
You look down, Petra, and you can see that you stepped upon a rune. It is fading quickly, it'll only last for this round.
Oh, why did you do that?
I didn't see it.
Suppose it is dark again in here.
That leaves Rowan and Jacob on the 14.
Oh, Jacob's a 14.2.
That leaves Rowan and Jacob on the 14s.
Go ahead, Rowan. Go get them.
I mean, I'm just gonna bark skin myself. I'm not going to get them just yet. I'm gonna put a little space between me and the lump of people. So I basically just gave myself 2 more points of AC.
Hey,
Sometimes that makes all the difference.
really does. Brings us to Jacob.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my bow, knock an arrow, and try to shoot this guy. Oh, a 14 to hit.
It collides with this bluish tinted aura around the figure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, and how long has it been since the last fight?
You haven't rested, if that's what you're wondering.
No. How just I was reading some stuff, and it seems like people are saying that. I mean, it's, of course, being in the GM, it's your call, but they're saying that the time limit doesn't have to be the same fight. Like you could just mark targets.
It's been far longer than the duration of the spell.
Okay, just making sure. That's what I was asking for. It's been over an hour.
Yes.
We did rest immediately after the fight, like in that little room. We sat there by the doors for a bit.
Yeah, you haven't rested since your encounter with the gentleman and lady.
Yeah, because some of us spent hit die after the first fight, but not since then.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't missing that many, but okay. I will use Hunter's Mark. Ignore the damage, of course. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Shiko, fortunately, you are still stable.
Should have done that before I attacked, but it wouldn't matter.
Gotta remember all the stuff. Yeah.
And that brings us to Kite.
Hmm. How many? How far can I move?
Half your speed. The
Okay,
squares
that's
are
what I
5.
thought. Hmm.
You can run though, can't you? She
Attempt to, yes.
or attempt to, yeah, or dash or whatever.
Jump!
You do see Petra literally trying to rip free her frozen leg.
Oops.
Running might not be a good idea because I think that gives you penalty.
No, it's just the dash action.
No, there's also isn't there also a run? I'm pretty sure there's also just running, which is like 3 or 4 times your speed. Unless I'm thinking of something.
That's a totally different system. There's the dash action.
Okay.
I will, I guess, dash forward.
Okay. Gets you back up to 30. What path do you take?
I will go here. And there.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do, right?
That would be your action, so you have a bonus action left.
I don't think I have anything to spend that on,
Okay.
so I'll just go ahead and end the turn.
Come skidding to a halt in front of Petra as you can hear the cracking and shattering of ice. There's that.
He'd still have a normal action, wouldn't he?
No, they dashed.
But you have movement and an
Yes.
action.
they dashed, they were slowed. They had half movement.
Oh, slowed. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So that cracking and splintering of ice, there's that brief moment of hope that you think it's Petra behind you freeing themselves, and your attention turns to the north wall where a spike of ice has formed and is launching out at Roan.
Incoming.
Fortunately, Roan, with your, I believe, 16 AC, it smashes into the bark skin and shatters in a brilliant sort of diamond dust effect. It's now his turn.
We could collect that after this fight. Be rich.
He is going to attempt to a simple frostbolt against Kite. Words. Where's my drink? Fortunately, he can't hit for shit. 14s, you're up.
Is that against Roan? Oh, 14s, you said. Okay. Roan, to answer your question, no.
Okay.
Okay, so
Then I'll
But
go
I
ahead and
don't-
go over and
You are
I-
free now,
I don't-
Petra, as a note.
Okay, never mind.
I
I'll go
want
bark skin Jacob for 16 too.
Raises
There's
my
you a
AC.
little bit more AC.
Thank you. That raises my AC by 3.
Your bark skin then fades.
Oh, yeah, it's concentration, ain't it?
Well, it's okay. It served its purpose.
It absorbed a hit.
So can I make it the rest of the way to him while being careful not to step on any more runes of freezing?
Perception check.
Is that going to take my action?
No. To the best of your knowledge, you have a almost immediate path to him.
That way?
Yep.
Okay, now I'm going to start hitting him. Eh.
Glances off that same bluish purplish aura.
Eh.
Same first as the first.
Flurry. Eh.
Hey, the 20 makes it through. Staggers again from the blow, looking at you with a scowl under his cowl.
Just got to flail hard enough.
You look closely and you can see that there is very taut flesh upon this creature.
Gross.
So that is Roan, that is Petra. So it leaves Morris and Jacob.
I'll try to shoot him. Oh, I guess Morris is gone.
You're welcome
Well,
to
you can roll too.
likewise do things. This is all simultaneous action, whether for better or worse.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a little bit of distance between Shiko and myself.
23 to hit.
You manage to just graze past both of your friends there and smash into the creature's thick
Okay.
hide.
Before any modifiers, that's 10 by the initial, 3 from Colossus Slayer, and another 3 from Hunter's Mark.
Noted.
Okay.
And following with close proximity as far as the accuracy goes, another forceful blast from Morris as he presses forward his arcane strikes, the creature staggering and beginning to lower towards the ground a little in his hovering.
Cool.
Okay, put him down.
Playtime's over, I think.
Yep, it's about your nap time.
Yep. Fortunately, Jacob, there is a compatriot north of you, and the other compatriot is prone, so she auto dodges. I need a dexterity save from Roan, Maris, Kite, and Petra as bolts of ice shoot off from the northern wall.
Not another one.
Petra, you're fine. Maris, you are just barely nicked.
Oh, hey.
It stays.
Kite, you manage to turn and make your armor take the brunt of it, just shrugging it off as your focus barrels down on your quarry. Maris, that is a whopping 4 cold damage.
His bones are cold.
Exactly. That graveyard chill.
So it smashed into us. Was it a graveyard smash as well? Caught on in a flash.
Kite, you're up.
Okay. I will. Try to approach.
Exactly.
Do I make it
You
there,
can't.
okay?
As
We
you
already did that once.
step there, poor Kite. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's one of my good ones. Or okay ones, I guess. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep, shrug off the effect. Not look down. You see you're standing on a rune. Like, yeah, fuck off. And the rune like just shrivels up and dies.
Okay, I will. I'll grasp my divine symbol and beseech my god to attempt to cast Vow of Enmity, as far as I know. But I'm actually doing Dreadful Aspect.
Okay.
I don't think I have that on the list or on the sheet, so I can't like post it up.
That's fine. I'm pulling it up right now, just so I have it in my face. Dreadful. E-Spirit. To the best of your knowledge, player-wise, it does not appear to be able to be affected by this status.
Okay. And I guess that's all for me.
Everyone around you sees you very, very terrifyingly at the moment. Though I presume you only choose the foe,
Yes, correct.
and maybe Shiko.
What's going on over here?
Alrighty. Layer action. Morris, as the one most poor Shiko. Most aware and near the north, you can see that the wall is once again growing over with ice as the opponent phases through Kite and Petra. That movement there. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws once again, and then you will both presumably get a chance at a OA. Petra, you are making this at disadvantage, as are any attacks on your next turn. As you can feel a bit of that flame, that whatever is kindling you and holding you together, pulled through you with that creature as he steps through. Kite, you manage to resist just barely so.
I hate this guy.
Both with your attacks, just going just shy thanks to his aura. Bringing us to the 14s.
I'll go last.
He, for the record, has his eyes set on you, Jacob.
Okay.
Gonna step over and start flailing again. And flurry.
Yeah, I think this is the time to use all your attacks.
Wonderful.
Seems to pay you no mind. It's a little kick to the ego.
I don't blame him.
Martis, Roan.
I turn into a bear. I see him on my brother. It's gonna be a brown bear. Cause that's as big a bear as I can be right now.
As the natural elements of the area around you begins to shape and form about you, there are in fact chunks of ice, that same dreadful moss and tear and rip of bone from the other skeletons nearby to build the mass that is the creature you become. And you're now a bear.
No,
I
bear.
hate watching her do that.
Par.
Assuming you have the stats for a bear on hand, or do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
Is that all
Bear
you were
action
doing?
complete.
Because isn't that a bonus for you? As a wild shape or whatever they call it, Drune, moon.
The moon druid.
Is it?
If you're a
I
moon
got
druid, then
attack
of
yes,
it.
you can combat wild shape.
Yep.
So you still get your action.
No. Alright, I get 2 attacks. One with the bite and one with the claws.
Well, first let's see if you freeze. I need
What
a
is it?
dexterity
Gotta jump.
save. Using the bear stats. You guys are gonna zoom me yourself to death.
Their stats worse than my stats.
That same ice that has helped form you unfortunately betrays you as you step upon a rune, and you feel yourself making that lunge for the first attack, and then yanked down like tied to a leash.
If that was supposed to be a save, she rolled a d10.
Wait, what? Roan.
Just saying,
Oh,
she's like guaranteed
yeah.
to fail.
That's just
Roan.
my,
Good catch,
She
though. That's
wanted
good.
to not get close.
Just, it's more narrative this way.
I mean, that's one way to guarantee a result.
yeah. But I'm trying to quickly jump back and forth between two windows.
Fair enough.
Do you have 8 dexterity as a bear?
No.
Okay.
Plus 4 strength.
Okay, cool.
Get back up to this thing
Did you still
right
get stuck?
here. Nope, she is free and clear.
Okay. Nope.
Ah, good one. Does she have a character sheet? She goes says.
You distracted her and she missed.
That was out of character. Come on.
I got distracted by Morris down there going, gross.
God, I hate when she does that.
It's
Wait,
disturbing.
what?
Okay.
You still, the bite is above. Yeah, nope, that was a whiff.
Yeah.
So that means Morris and then Jacob, who says he's going last for the 14s.
I am going down. I believe I'm stepping in the row of rooms. There. I think I might step on one.
You actually managed to avoid them.
Okay. And then I am going to call to his mind and try to upset him and send him discomforting whispers, dissonant whispers. See if he falls. If he flees by chance. So if he fails, we'll say if he moves his speed away from me.
Oh, he'd be happy to. He'll move through poor Petra.
Why?
And hopefully provoke? Maybe that's helpful?
It's forced movement. But
Force movement doesn't provoke.
that force movement does not provoke, but that does force poor Petra to try and maintain some of her life force. And you're fine. You were expecting it this time.
Okay, is that your turn, Morris?
Yeah, so yeah, if he fails, then he takes the psychic damage as well.
He did.
And that's it. Yep. And, oh yeah, I was gonna say, more ice cubes incoming. And if I can, I would try to crouch down to try and, seems like they're not as close to the ground. I felt like we were
You
gathering.
stole my idea, you bastard. Okay, I'm gonna fire an arrow at him. That's not enough. Okay, and then I will drop prone.
Okay. Fortunately, Petra, that is also too low to hit you. As apparently projectiles just like going through you.
Okay.
So, supposedly on Dissonant Whispers, I will say it once, take it how you will. Supposedly, for the fact that it takes their reaction for them to move, then it's treated as them moving in terms of do they provoke or not, because it's their reaction.
But don't reactions not provoke other reactions?
No, there's reactions can trigger other reactions.
They are forced to make that movement. I will dig in to see if there's a sage advice otherwise, but that is my current understanding
Okay.
of the spell. That brings us to layer actions.
Is it my turn?
Well, hello there, Jera. One moment. We have
Hi, Jera.
a listener. He's not actually in channel, I don't think, but we have a listener who has forwarded me said sage advice.
It's also in the player handbook that it does provoke. I think that's what this is saying at least. Let's see if I find the page. 195. My book is a little weird.
I mean, we can move on with it.
No.
I don't know how much of a difference it makes.
It saves me the trouble of looking for the link. Per Jeremy Crawford, you provoke an opportunity attack if you leave a foe's reach using your movement, action, or reaction. So yes.
If Petra's already at disadvantage, it might be kind of hard, but it's worth a shot. Let's see, he makes all of his saves. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Am I still disadvantaged?
Your turn had already ended, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's also in the player handbook, page 195. I did just find it, just for future, looking it up.
Hey, it hits!
I hit something.
So I figured you just needed one more attack chance.
Literally, as the axe bites through the aura, and you hear what sounds like the shattering of a crystal. His form dissipating into vapor as it reaches where it is. You're out of initiative.
I look for some clothes.
I step back.
I stand up off the ground.
I'm gonna watch if the pendulum starts to reform.
I'm gonna stay a bear just to freak out certain people for a little bit.
I mean, at the bare minimum, you have to make the sound.
We need a big giant backpack or something for the bear. Just load the bear full of
Yeah.
loot.
For the
Bears will
record,
eat
with the
almost anything.
11 investigation, you glance around and you can see most of the gear here looks like it's usable. Probably the scatterings and lootings of other adventurers who have stumbled into this room managed to clothe yourself.
Finally.
Good, we killed it. Now how the hell do we get out?
Oh, and then I look at the dead body.
There is no body.
Not even like the
It
cloak is
faded
wearing?
into vapor.
I look at the vapor.
It's a little foggy. Bit humid.
I knew it.
But I don't know if it's a homebrew or in the book rule or what, but the rule, regardless, that a check gets harder the more you try it. Does that apply on a per character basis or per party basis?
It's a per how long is this going to chew on the session basis.
Oh, okay.
As in, typically it's as every time it gets done, particularly like trying to look things around, it gets harder as people keep moving things and knocking things
Okay.
around. That said, she looked for a very specific item that was not hard to find. Because I have a feeling I know what check you were intending to do.
No, I didn't have an intended check. I was just asking. Unless you're talking about investigation, which might be what I did. I don't know. Let's see.
Sorry, you.
Let's see. I want to search around for. I'm just searching for anything that's not mundane, that looks out of the ordinary. Something engraved or I can't really see magical auras, but look like it might be special some way, other than just a regular weapon, or armor or whatever.
Go ahead and try.
Oh, nope, that's a 3.
You start digging through, and you're flipping through what looks to be people's random journals. Quickly scatter over to another chest. You do find there's gold. Can't really recognize the symbol on it. It's a little weird.
Okay, so what we gotta do is we gotta gather all the gold coins in the chest and put them back in the chest, and we become human. It's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Totally.
The first one, the good one, the best one.
Morris is checking the walls. For the record, Morris, you can see down that hallway. The two numbers are not there. Just your GM has been lazy.
But I probably didn't look back in the first place when I came in.
You didn't.
So I look back.
So I don't want to alarm anyone, but my god, didn't answer me.
We're a skeleton now. What god do you follow?
I don't remember.
If it's
That
a
might
holy
be the problem.
god,
Is
that's probably why I
that
didn't answer. Whoever you are, give me this power. That's probably why I didn't answer. I don't answer to whoever you are.
Mars with the detect magic. You swing your vision around and can see 4 distinct items glowing, as well as what looks to be a thin trail about knee high along the wall.
The whole way around?
The whole way around.
I will inspect that as I make my way over to the 4 items. Casually.
Okay. You find a sheathed dagger that stands out to you. How the fuck did I get that paper cut? What the hell?
That's a weird item.
Yeah. It's very unique.
Mhm.
I'm like counting on my fingers, and I'm just like, what? Where the hell does cut come from?
Was it wielded by a gnome? Paper cut sounds like a gnome dagger.
No, that'd be the cheese knife.
Oh yeah.
Wrong universe, Shiko.
Also, you're unconscious, ain't she?
She's was asking an out of character question, but
I know.
thanks.
I'm just kidding.
So you find a sheathed dagger. You can tell that there are it's more than 4 items, as there are a handful of spell books that appear to be glowing. It's like a wizard's wet dream over there. There is looks like a chain shirt, as well as a rod.
Does the rod have a button on one end?
It is not.
Okay.
It is almost serpentine in shape.
I'll just slide the dagger and the rod in my pack, and I'll kind of note where the other
I'll note that's on
items
the
are.
other side of where you have your token, basically where the other three are. So if you kind of give me a sleight of hand to see if they notice. Do with that as y'all will.
I just assume he's taking a couple weapons that look useful. I don't think he's trying to hide nothing.
I
Never hide anything.
I mean, is he obviously like looking around? Are you looking around like, do you see me, like suspiciously? Or is it just like, kind of slipping into his pocket there?
his words
Come
were,
up
I
on it.
slip it into my pack.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of like looking at the wall as I'm going around, also kind of coming out into the room, looking at some items, going back to the wall.
It appears to be a mix of auras between illusion and transmutation.
Oh, she goes to sleep. I can't just have her come over and find all these books. Okay. Um. Yeah, I guess using the 10 minutes to try and get around the room, and if it's all kind of looking the same, I'll probably speed up as I go. Suppose I should take the time to pull out the books.
You set aside the mundane books. It does not take long. You find a total of 3 different spell books.
Would it require a roll just to kind of kick around in here a few moments, try to find studded leather? It looks in okay shape. Still gotta be great shape, just usable.
Blink, blink. As my Discord explodes. Thanks, Echo.
Welcome.
We have that on our site that we never
We
I
have a
use.
didn't know
site?
where it was.
We have a forum that we just never use. Ever.
We have a forum that we used to use.
Oh well, it's there. But anyhow, it would be an investigation.
Well, I already rolled an investigation. I don't want to eat up anybody else's.
I don't remember who wears exactly what type of armor, but passing a chainmail, assuming that it seems like it's a good type of magic.
Abjuration.
Okay. Call
Is
what
it
is.
made out of mithril?
It's a chain shirt of unidentified properties.
There's a chain shirt that looks in pretty good shape.
Oh, a chain shirt. Oh, that. Oh, no, chain shirt is medium. I was thinking. I think in other editions it was light. Let's see here.
Myth. No, it may have been. I don't remember. I know Mithril was.
Change shirt. If you
Mithril
don't mind,
makes
I'd like
chain
to take.
shirts light armor.
Hmm?
If it's mithril, then it'd be light
No.
armor.
Oh yeah, if it's mithril,
Oh,
I
I
just
think
mean
it
by
is.
by default.
Mithril doesn't change its armor classification.
Oh yeah.
I thought it
Well, the reason why I was
changes the
asking
dex you
because
can use with it.
I was just getting confused between chain mail and
Yeah,
I thought
this is
chain.
just the chain shirt.
Yeah, I was thinking the chain shirt provided disadvantage on stealth checks, which I think mithril gets rid of, if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't have a disadvantage anyways. Chain note. So if as long as I mean, if other people want it, I'll abstain. But if no one else wants it, I'll take it. That'll give me +2 to my AC. My dexterity's not more than +2 yet.
I can't use metal, so
I don't need it.
Yeah, if Kite or Petra wanted it, since they tend to be up close.
Yeah, Petra might be a better choice if they use medium armor.
No.
Okay.
I don't want any of your stinky armor. Get your own.
Is
I
the
mean,
way
keep your own.
is the way back magical? The hallway.
That trace stops at both of those corners. It seems to be fading as a note.
Hold my hands out for the chain shirt.
Don't
I
think he
think
ever
you
actually
look
picked it
around.
up. Just kind of.
Oh, did he not pick it
Yeah.
up?
I pointed it out.
Oh, okay. I'll walk over and pick it
He
up.
would walk.
Put it on. Take off my leather armor and put it on.
I vote we take a rest.
Me too.
We might not want to do it in here. There's some sort of magic around the whole room. It's fading. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, I think when I looked back before, it was darkness, so maybe that's fading. Maybe you fade, which means we might as well take a short rest.
The hallway doesn't seem magical.
Oh, it doesn't.
Well, we can just go to the room with the darts and take a nap there.
I step or 10 through at least.
I
Nothing
think to
stops
take a
you.
look around.
With my hands out.
Wait, is the door still open?
As he walks through, you see him do so without any impediment.
Why, looky there. Open back up.
Yeah,
And then I
so
realize Chico's still back in there.
Because I'm asleep.
Well, like, I should not. I brought you in. I didn't want to leave you in there and everybody walk out and they reset.
I hope you picked up some loot for me too.
I heft you up. Yeah, now I gotta carry you and the books and my mirror gear. This is getting heavy.
I'll say most of her weight is the books.
I can carry some things. What was the other item that you point? Did you point out the other item to us?
What other item?
There are 4 items you picked up, right? Picked up a staff and a dagger. I got the chain
A
shirt.
rod, a dagger, shirt, and the books.
Oh, the books are magic. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
That's
Okay, I can carry something for somebody if they need me to. I got a pretty hefty
Maybe
backpack
the
here.
Catch that. There's a Chico here.
I can try carry. I'll carry Shiko. If someone grab that gold, that'll be useful.
Sure.
Even in life, adventures never change.
I mean, I don't know where we're going to spend it as skeletons, but maybe some monstrous races won't see it as
Not the necrodance.
yeah. I keep trying to click on Roan's token because I think I had a token that was similar looking from a distance.
I was gonna say it can't be exactly the same because I edited that one.
Oh, I know that. I mean, is green and blue or
Yeah,
like the tiny
same
token
color.
similar? Okay, and then I pick up Chico and attempt to walk out. Wait, walk out.
Are the other two still out here?
No.
Okay.
As I think I mentioned that, just your GMs realize you're not moved their tokens.
Oh, did you say don't move your token? I didn't
No,
hear
I
it.
said the GM was lazy and did not move their tokens.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, we could hold
So they
on that.
disappeared.
They're not there when you arrive, and you're unconscious, so you don't know. As everyone leaves Kite and Petra alone in the room.
I mean, we kind of made it clear we were leaving. Then we
Yeah.
don't want to leave.
And then the boss resets.
Yeah, we could hole up on the far side of the rubble, a little bit hidden.
Is that the plan?
I'm suggesting it. I'm not that tired.
Ah,
Just beat up.
by all means, I believe that's a 10 investigation. Unfortunately, Kite, you do find more or less the same as everyone else. There are a few weapons, scattered bits and pieces of armor here and there. Nothing that would be a true jump up from what you're already wearing. The weapons aren't looking like they're about to fall apart, though. So that's a plus.
Okay.
A new model.
What was that?
Just
One moment. What was that, Kite?
I was just making a joke. Sorry.
I mean, jokes are welcome here, if you haven't noticed. I mean, we let Corin in.
true enough. I'm not denying it. I'm a joke. I get it. I'll just take my place here and resign to my fate.
Every kingdom needs a fool.
Just Cole just
Burn
taking the
your
crown, the jester hat.
You don't burn the jesters unless they make bad jokes.
So, is the plan to hide behind the rebel and get a rest?
Yes.
Sure.
By the way, just for I don't know if you're doing things differently, but when I was looking it up in the book, because I was trying to figure out how long, just for my reference, Shiko would probably be out for as just an estimate. I don't see a rule in this book that says when you drop to 0, but not below 0. It's just when you drop to 0, you're unconscious and take a death save. I'm not seeing anything about.
I'm aware.
Okay, I don't know if you're doing things different. So is Shiko? I checked Shiko's eyes. Are they okay?
Still that breathing
glowing.
pulse.
Okay. I was looking up to see what kind of checks I could do. By the way, I wasn't trying to double check your work, but
That said, as you guys begin your rest, anyone taking watch? What's the camp arrangements, so to speak? What sort of rest are you aiming for? As Roan explodes.
We should take a long rest. We haven't really seen anything that says that we can't.
we could try, see what happens, see if we can get any sleep, or if we just kind of mend, or what happens.
I do like the idea of spending less time here, because the less time we spend here, the less time we potentially spend in this state.
Well, my question is, and I wiggle my fingers like Jack Sparrow, magically people need to recharge their energies? Because I could just take a short breather here and I should be okay. But it's up to the rest of the group. Really, I want us in good shape. I think he defeated the big monstery dude of the dungeon of the cake of the prison keeper. What do you call that?
Oh, I don't think he was the
The
keeper.
warden. The warden. I think we defeated the warden.
Then why would he just be like in with the pendulum, hanging out there? You think the pendulum's snapping the pendulum summons him?
Well, he was
So-
guarding all the loot, so the warden.
That's not good loot. I mean, there's some old gold coins in there. But
Did he ever mention anything about magic? Did you ever mention
The only thing he ever said was that you were
etc.?
fools.
I'm sorry?
The
Did
only thing
someone drop?
that he ever said you were fools.
No. I mean, Morris. Morris was doing detect magic. Did Morris ever say, "Oh, look at that! There's a magic item over there," or did he say, "Oh, these look good," or like, how'd you point out the magic items to us?
Mentioned that the chain shirt was in good shape.
In good shape. Okay. Okay.
Chain shirt was still in good shape. I
Gotcha.
said earlier.
Okay. Well, he was guarding all the leftover gear, so I don't know.
I would assume the head honcho would not be guarding. Minions guard.
It's a good point.
We still have the runic doors, 3 of them, and we haven't gone through the hall of statues. And I guess there's more. I mean, I'm good with a quick rest. Bit battered, but
Oh, I need at least a quick
Shiko
rest.
needs some rest.
Yeah, I think we should take a long one so we can potentially have healing abilities.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Does our resident Mindy person need not like literal mend, but need a rest, a long rest?
Yes.
I mean, I can't turn into a bear anymore if it makes you feel better.
Aren't you still bear?
No.
No, I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 unbared.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You mean war? Rawr, 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 rawr. Yeah, long rest makes sense to me.
Hmm.
We should, definitely have somebody keeping an eye and ear out.
I would like, well, as long as one of us attempts to sleep, I want to see how that works out. If sleep is a possibility in this form, or if it's just kind of what
One of
happens.
the party members is already asleep.
No, they're knocked out unconscious. There's a difference.
Well,
Their
we have
flame is dying or
No, it's not dying.
dimmed, whatever.
So if I get some tinder out and light a fire in her eye sockets, does that heal her?
You're
Because
welcome
now
to
her
try.
eyes are burning brighter.
Dude, no,
That's
I was
pretty
waiting.
great.
At this point, it's camp arrangements. Long rest has already been voted for.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can help keep watch. I don't need a long downtime.
Why can't Petra talk?
like for the last hour, every time I've tried, I've been completely talked over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just
No, it's not fine. It's not a good thing. I'm sorry.
You just gotta interrupt them.
No, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
Problem
he's
is,
right.
I'm not able to catch it because you're so much quieter. But I've got Morris volunteering for a watch.
I get
Petra.
excited. My apologies.
During the rest, I would like to try to contact my god some more, or try to figure out what's going on with my magic.
Duly noted. So that will prohibit you from actually taking a watch. So there's only 2 of the watches, typically 3 being the minimum, to cover the full set.
I can watch instead then.
Gods aren't important.
A bolt of lightning appears over his head.
doesn't strike, just appears there.
Yeah, just hovering, just waiting.
Grab it.
It Star Wars Episode 4's laser pistol bolts, whatever. When the bad guy made it hover in the air,
So,
but the other direction.
as you settle down for the evening, tucked there behind the rubble, within what appears to have been previously a cell for some poor but mighty individual, we will be fading to black.
Is that 3 watches, by the way?
That is 3 watches.
Okay, so I will try to sleep and see what happens. As long as I'm not one of the watches.